YouTube channel. I will be doing Life of Pi chapter 24, 25, 26, and 27. Before I start, please like, subscribe, and comment as well. And now, this novel over here, you need to read this novel cover to cover. Cover to cover. And when you have completed that, guess what you must do? You must do it again and again and again and again. What I love about Life of Pi, I read Pi about 5-6 times. What I love about this novel is that every time I reread Pi, I discover something new, something different, and I have a different interpretation. So you will never know everything about Life of Pi. Therefore, you need to read. Okay? Read. So, chapter 24. So, a very short chapter about Ravi teasing Pi. And he says that if Pi goes to the temple on Thursdays, mosque on Friday, synagogue on Saturday, and the church on Sunday, he will only have to practice 3 more religions to be on holiday for the rest of the week. So he's teasing Pi. Remember, he is a teaser. He is 3 years older than Pi, and even though he is a teaser, Pi has a great sense of admiration for his older brother, Ravi. Okay, so he calls Pi the Swami Jesus and the Pope. So he's given that Pi is, practicing 3 religions at the same time. So Ravi is this teaser. He also called Mama G Mr. Fish, and Pi was very angry about this as well. Okay, chapter 25. Pi has a particular problem. He says that people have a tendency to defend God from the outside. So, for example, they want to preach and praise God from the outside. Pi finds this problematic because he says it is insincere. He says you need to practice religion inwardly. God must be defended from the inside, and this is more sincere. He says that people who defend God from the outside, they are narrow-minded, they are close-minded, because they defend God, but then they are hypocritical and do the opposite of what they preach. He says God must be defended on the inside. And I think this ties to the idea of the 3 wise men. So if you read, you notice that the 3 wise men approached Pi and they wanted to convince him to convert to their religion. So they are defending God from the outside. Pi says this is problematic because God must be defended from the inside. It's more sincere. Secondly, and more importantly, in chapter 25, this is after his interaction with the 3 wise men. People are treating him differently. So when he is going to the mosque, they chased him away. When he goes to the church on Sunday, they treat him and look at him differently. People and the priest, they look at him differently. They even reported his peculiar attendance to his parents. So what Pi is going to do, he's not going to stay away. He's not staying away from the religious institutions. What he's doing, he's going at a different time. So he's going when there are less people. Okay? So it is not like he is not believing anymore. He is a very strong believer. He continues to practice, but he is going at a different time because people are treating him differently. they're looking at him negatively because of the interaction between the three wise men. Okay, so that's also chapter 26. Sorry, chapter 25. In chapter 26, he builds up courage. He builds up courage. And he says, Father, I want to be baptized and I want a prayer rag. Now, obviously, baptized, it is symbolic of Christianity, and the prayer rag is symbolic of Islam. Pi's father, Mr. Santos Patel, is absolutely perplexed, dumbfounded, discombobulated. He's like, why do you want to be baptized? Why do you want a prayer rag? He's taken aback, confused, perplexed, dumbfounded, discombobulated. Okay? Father questions Pi, and Pi says, because I love God. Because I love God. And he said the same thing when the three wise men asked him this question. It's because I love God. So what they try and do, they try and distract Pi. So Pi's father asked him, do you want some ice cream? To distract his mind. Pi's mother offered him a book to read. And he told, Mother, I read this 3 times. So both the parents, they're not taking him seriously. He is requesting to be baptized and a prayer rag, and you know why. So Pi's parents are discussing the 2 requests, right? And they refer Pi to the next person. So for example, Pi would go to his father, then Pi's father said, go speak to your mother. And Pi would go to Gita, and Gita would say, speak to your father. And they go back and forth. And now in chapter 27, they have a discussion, right? And Pi's parents, they are Pi's father in particular. I think Pi's father, he comes across as being very strict, very assertive, very authoritative. Pi's mother, Gita, very empathetic, caring, a bit more understanding compared to his father. And then Pi's father is also very frustrated. He's frustrated with Mrs. Gandhi. Now, Mrs. Gandhi is a corrupt politician in India. Mrs. Gandhi is a corrupt politician. And Mr. Santos Patel, he accuses Gandhi of not modernizing India. So he says that the country is going backwards. Gandhi is not modernizing in terms of scientific development. That is one of the reasons why they decide to migrate to Canada, because Mrs. Gandhi is corrupt and Mrs. Gandhi is unable to modernize India. Pi's father in particular, he's not religious. He is what we call secular. And when you are secular, you are non-religious. But more importantly, you believe in a technological, advanced society. So he says we need to go to Canada. It's a first world country and they are modernized. Gandhi is not going to modernize India. In fact, she's going to send the country into dinosaur, something like that. Okay, so he's very frustrated with Mrs. Gandhi. This is one of the reasons why he decides, not they, but Santos Patel decided they are going to migrate. And Gita had to agree, and Pa and Ravi had to agree. They are going to move. They are going to move. Okay, they are going to move because India is not modern. It's not modern and is looking for a modernized, technologically advanced country. And Gandhi is corrupt. Please understand that. Mrs. Gandhi is corrupt and Pi's father is frustrated with her lack of ability and her inability to modernize India.